Welcome to The Global Divide, a channel dedicated to bringing you neutral information and analysis on the key events shaping our world. We aim to provide a balanced perspective, free from left or right bias, for viewers across the globe. Breaking news this Sunday, May 11th, a significant breakthrough in U.S.-China trade. An announcement was made this morning, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessant has confirmed that a deal has been struck. Details from the secretive meetings are emerging, and it appears to be substantial. We'll break it down for you, and also touch on how some media outlets are already trying to frame this as the U.S. backing down, which doesn't seem to be the case. The U.S. has apparently reached a significant trade agreement with China. This follows other recent trade successes, like the rare earth minerals deal with Ukraine and the U.S.-UK agreement. But this China deal is the big one, with global implications. The world has been watching to see if the two largest economies could resolve China's long-standing unfair trade practices, particularly their currency manipulation that has fueled cheap exports. We're now hearing that Treasury Secretary Scott Bessant successfully negotiated a comprehensive trade reset with China over the weekend. An announcement late last night indicated that great progress was made in Geneva between the U.S. and Chinese delegations, led by Bessant and Trade Representative Jameson Greer, who arrived on Friday. They met for 2 full days at Villa Saladin overlooking Lake Geneva, working to find terms that would allow the U.S. to begin easing its tariffs. It's crucial to remember that the 145% tariffs went into effect just 2 days ago on Friday. This timing, with China now feeling the economic pressure, likely played a role in the urgency of these talks, which were reportedly initiated by China. That narrative, suggesting the U.S. is backed into a corner and seeking an off-ramp, seems to contradict the timeline. China reportedly requested this weekend's meeting, likely feeling the immediate impact of the new tariffs. Millions of Chinese factory workers have reportedly been furloughed, and the window for U.S. companies to front-run the tariffs with large purchases has closed. An announcement on social media highlighted a very good meeting and a total reset negotiated in a friendly but constructive manner, aiming for an opening of China to American business. Hours later, Scott Bessant and Jameson Greer announced a full briefing for tomorrow, Monday, stating the talks were productive and that the relevant parties were fully informed. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer emphasized the speed at which they reached an agreement, suggesting the differences weren't as vast as some believed. He expressed confidence that the deal would help work toward resolving the national emergency of the trade deficit. This comes after hints at positive economic news on Friday, suggesting people should buy stocks now. This has occurred before major trade announcements in the past. What we're hearing now is that China needs these tariffs lifted. Beijing recently pulled its public economic data, citing national security and economic stability concerns. The emerging structure of the deal suggests the U.S. will agree to relax the tariffs, not eliminate them entirely, potentially cutting them in half initially, with a pathway for further reductions if China complies with the agreement, perhaps on a quarterly or annual basis. If China doesn't follow through, the tariffs remain. This framework is expected to be detailed tomorrow. Meanwhile, U.S. trade and tariff policies are having positive effects in other sectors, particularly domestic energy and mining. An executive order called Unleashing Alaska's Extraordinary Resource Potential aims to fully develop Alaska's vast natural resources. This aligns with the soaring price of gold and the potential of gold stocks. That's the latest on the developing U.S.-China trade breakthrough. What are your thoughts on this potential deal and its implications for the global economy? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this update informative, please like this video and subscribe to stay on top of these critical global developments, bringing you a look at how these divisions are shaping our world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on The Global Divide.